Okay. Like I said before, I encourage black men and black women to abstain from wilding out. Why? First of all, it doesn't do anything for you morally. It's risky, costly, and the camera's always watching. Um, we don't understand that for a lot of other groups that are similar to black people in terms of their numbers, okay, they rely on knowing each other personally. They rely on referring people to other people. Like I said, we are not white people where we can just go out and meet brand new people who are also middle class or whatever, who are also educated. We don't have that luxury. Other groups don't either. And so they rely on social networks. Oh, this is my cousin's classmate, or this is so and so, and this is how they meet. Okay? They'll go out to eat, or they have some Christmas party and people meet and people hang out. Or they're a lot more direct. Oh, I have a friend I want you to meet. I'm going to invite you over to dinner and we'll all have dinner together so you can meet. And that's how they do things. It may seem odd and awkward to black people, but other people are doing that. Now, what does this mean? That you can do your background on somebody. Okay, so the whole idea of, what's the word I'm looking for? Being able to vouch for somebody, or being able to be at ease because you know that birds of a feather flock together comes into play. So you can do stuff like that. You can invite somebody over and say, hey cousin, I want you to meet a friend because your cousin's name is good enough. It goes back to what I was saying before about a lot of black women choosing to hang around with black girls that they themselves don't act alike just because they went to school together or they went to, elementary school together, but they have two different lifestyles. What sense does that make? Like I said before, if somebody said, Pink, I want you to bring some of your friends over, I will make sure that I'm bringing people of caliber. I'm just not going to bring people who are my friends, but I know they're not living a certain lifestyle. But with black women, you can't do that. So I can't tell a friend, hey, bring your friends, I'll bring my friends, and we can chill and hang out. I can't do that because I know who they're going to bring. And it's sad, but it's the truth. You know who they're going to bring. And this goes back to the whole idea of referring people and the whole idea of making sure you're with people who are like-minded. We can't do that. But more importantly, okay, when you base your whole dating situation off of referrals and social networks, people are going to know who you are. So you're going to have common friends or common acquaintances. So the eyes are always going to be on you. But for a lot of black women, they don't understand that the eyes are on you. Okay, I can sit here and tell you a whole bunch of explicit stories about what's going on and what I've seen, and these are all college women. These are not women from the block, okay, or the around the way girl. No, these are college educated women, the same women who are getting their masters and all this other good stuff. And I can tell you some of the stuff that they do and still do. And to them, they think it's a secret. Like I said before, black men, if we really needed to, we should get down on this whole blackmail thing because we would be fucking billionaires. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. Seriously, if we really put out there what we have seen, did, been through, I don't care what it is, and these same girls will brush it off. But at the end of the day, what does that mean? When your biggest chance at meeting another productive black person is through a reference or some sort of social network hookup. Am I going to sit back and say, I'm going to introduce you to Sasha, even though Sasha, was a flip? And that, we use that term in terms of a girl who's got around. She was a flip. Am I really going to say, hey, come over to my house, I'm going to make dinner and I want you to meet a friend of mine so you guys can hit it off? Am I going to do that? No. Like I said before, somebody's always watching. A lot of black women have this false fantasy that there's some island where there's nothing but productive black men who don't know who they are. So it's okay to wild out and act a fool because you can just say it never happened. But it's so funny now. Every time I hook up with the fellas, everybody has the story of, hey dog, remember so and so? Why did she hit me up on Facebook? Or remember that chick from, high school? Why did she hit me up? And that's even high school. I can even understand people messing up. But in college, this is college, mind you. Why did Becky or whoever, from third year bio class, why did she hit me up now? These same chicks who are wilding out on the assumption that there's some paradise out there. And then all of a sudden you get the whole message, hey, how you doing? What's going on? We should hang out. What's good with you? What's going on in your life outside of school and work? You get the whole spiel on some, hey, can you look at me again? Can you give me a second shot? And it goes back to the whole idea of what were you doing before? Wilding the hell out. This is part of the reason to why a lot of black men feel like they can't properly form social networks with black women. In conclusion, a lot of black women who are quote-unquote productive don't hang out with other productive black women. So they may be on the straight and narrow, but their girlfriends may be a hoe. Or, may have all that baby mama drama. So you can't do the whole, hey, I'm going to invite you over, bring your friends. Or I have a boy, can you match him up with one of your homegirls? We can't do that. And B, we know the past. Right? A dude's not going to try to hook his boys up or hook himself up with a chick who was known to have been a flip back in the day. Because everybody knows something. All eyes are always watching. So we can't do a lot of the stuff that other people get to do. Now, granted, the men have their end of the bargain, I know. But I'm not going to spend too much time talking about what we aren't doing because we've been talking about it for the last 30 years. So if you're out there like, well, what about the men? What about the men? I am fully aware, more than you'll ever know. More than you will ever know. But, like I said before, we've talked about it for far too long. But no one wants to talk about what's going on with black women and how they put themselves off of the market. There is no paradise. There is no this whole idea that I can go somewhere new and be this brand new person. And this is what hurts you guys. So if we're really trying to do this whole social networking thing where we can refer people over, you have to clean up who you're around. Fellas, you have to clean up who you're around. The women, more importantly, you have to clean up who you're around. Because to be real with you, we've already talked about how a dude's career means more. So I could have some dudes who are living foul, but if they have stable employment, the girls that I know will be like, oh, bring him. But I don't care if your homegirls all have master's degrees. If they were hoes and if they're flips, don't bring them. Don't bring them. And this is a big problem. I can't highlight this whole concept of allowing your degrees to substitute for other things because it doesn't work. It doesn't serve as a substitution. Yeah, of course, a woman having a degree, means that she can't do certain things and that you have to be lenient in certain areas. But men aren't going to be lenient when it comes to your moral value set, your conviction. We're not going to be lenient in terms of chastity. We're not going to be lenient in terms of things that we find that are not moral. And everybody's always watching. And more than likely, the person that you're going to be with or the pool, the social network pool that you're looking for is going to be with people that you know. So it's going to be with people who can look into your past because they were there. It's going to be with people who will know what you were doing when nobody thought they were looking. Or that, something to that effect. That whole all eyes on me, there's eyes everywhere. It's just like in those cartoons. Remember the cartoons where they'll show the bush and, they'll have the eyes opened up. It's like those Looney Tunes cartoons where, somebody's hiding in the dark and you see the eyes and the other eyes pop up and it's all black like that. Somebody's always watching. Somebody's always peeping you. So you can't hide. You can't run away from your past. So it's better to own up to it. And if you're younger, it's better to correct your ways as opposed to letting it bite you in the ass. Because at the end of the day, you're going to need, at this point in time, you're going to need black men to help you out. At this point, it's not even about running to black women and looking for black women to help. Black women have been talking to each other for how many years now, and they still can't get it together. So it's at this point where you need to know a couple of solid black men and ask them, yo, where your boys at? Where your homies at? That's what y'all need to be doing. Hey, can we set something up? But you better have your shit together. You better not have homegirls who are living foul. You better not have some shaky ass past that you don't want to own up to. So hopefully we can move on from, this point on and have people understand that there is no paradise. There's no paradise cove where you're some brand new person and no one knows your name. It doesn't work that way. And I'm at that point now where I'm seeing a lot of these women come back. A lot of the stuff that the older heads are talking about is happening. Every couple of weeks, there's always somebody new. Hey, Pink, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. So you guys take it easy. Tell me how you feel. God bless.